So in the last lecture we have added the routing. Now in this session we are going to add the student information. Means we'll be providing the functionality called the post, right? So before writing anything to the front end, what I'll be doing that I will go to the back end and will write a code related to that. Okay, so I'm in the back end, and here as we know that whenever user try to save something to the backend, or the user send some data to the backend application, basically that request is considered the post request. Okay, so in the backend what we have to do, we have to implement the post mapping now. Okay, so I'm writing the post mapping. Okay, and the URL for that post mapping would be, let's say, student. Okay, so what this will do, basically this will generate the http, sorry, this will not generate the http request, but this will handle the http post request when it will come for http colon localhost colon 8080 slash student. Okay, right? So here the corresponding function would be, let's say, public string add student. Okay, and what will come along with this request? So along with this request the body would come. Okay, that body would be consisting the students data. Okay, so the question is that how to get the body information or the data from the body. So for that I have to use the annotation called request body. Sorry, yeah, request body. Okay, and it would come in the form of the student object, right? Okay, and here that's why I'm writing a type that is student, and the variable name would be student. So guys, basically what will happen, that it would come as a JSON over here, the post request would come as a JSON over here, and that JSON would be automatically mapped to the Java student object. Okay, that is the meaning of this particular statement. Okay, so now let's write the code, that what will be the code to put the data into the backend. So guys, here that the first thing that we will do, we will check that whether the user already exists or not in the system. Okay, so what I will be doing, that here I will be writing a code that I will try to get the student ID first. Okay, so let me write that integer ID is equal to student repository dot get. Okay, or else I can use this particular method, that is exit by ID. Okay, and here I'm changing this variable, I'm making it what, boolean. Okay, and student exist is the variable name. Okay, so student repository dot exit by id, exist by id, and here I'll be providing the student id, that is student dot id. Okay, student dot get id, sorry, right? So if the student exists, right, then and then this would be set to true, otherwise false. Okay, so here I'm writing that if that student does not exist, then and then the record supposed to be saved to the backend, otherwise it should be rejected. Okay, so if student exists, then I'll be writing that student repository dot save. Okay, with the object, what is the object? That is the student. Okay, so basically what this will do, this will execute the insert query. Okay, that is insert into table name. What is the table name? That is the student. Okay, where the values are. Okay, the values would be question mark, question mark, question mark, like this. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, now if this is not the case, then what should happen? That the message should be written back to the front end that student already exists. Okay, or else here suppose that the student information is successfully saved, then I can write a message that is return record saved successfully. Okay, this should be return record saved successfully. That's it. We have done at the backend. Okay, that's it for this video.